Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Aidan, and today we'll be playing some games with, we're going to be playing one game specifically, but with this amazing deck, which is a 3.0, right? It's a 3.0, so it's a very fast cycly deck. That means you can get the same card really quickly again after playing it. That's what cycle means. That means you can play the same card that you want really quickly, because you have a lot of cheap cards such as these 2 elixir cards and 3 elixir cards, so that we can cycle to the main aim of this deck, which is the giant and graveyard combination. Alright, so this is a really fun deck, and how it works is that the giant is a tank, right? It has loads of health. What we want is we want the enemy's tower to lock onto the giant, and the giant's gonna be able to tank all of the damage, while the skeletons that spawn from the graveyard are able to just get massive damage on the enemy, on the opponent tower. We have spear goblins for all of the air, bats also for the air, snowball, it has a great knockback and slowdown effect on troops and also on towers. We have the bomber for splash damage, arrows just to get rid of all of their firecrackers and their bombers, and finally skeleton army to just run distraction. It's a really good swarm card to have, skeleton army. And so yeah, we're just gonna go in ladder. It might not be the best because we're going to be facing a lot of over-leveled players, but we're against Fuji with no clan, and we will see how this game goes. We start with Bomber in the back, just playing it slow. So we already have the giant and graveyard combination, and he's playing giant skeleton. So I feel that we're just gonna go with giant and graveyard on the left lane. That's it. That's the whole play. That's the whole aim of this deck. Just play giant and graveyard together. And he's planning to do some sort of tower trade. And so that means his aim is to get my tower while I get his. So it's gonna be a trade, or maybe not. Oh, it is, because look at him. He is playing giant skeleton and clone spell. So that giant skeleton is gonna drop a huge bomb on my king tower. So I'm really curious and excited to see how this game goes, because my king tower has really low health right now, and I'm just gonna go straight in with a giant and a graveyard. I know he's got baby dragon, which pretty much completely cancels my push, but if I can get the bomber to splash the giant skeleton and the tower, that would be huge damage. And look at that, the bomber is hitting both the giant skeleton and the tower. That was really nice. Now I know that I will just be freaking out on how to defend this, but trust guys, we are going to try our very best to defend as much as we can against this massive push before ultimately we just get destroyed. And well, it looks like we are gonna get destroyed, because a balloon with a rage is not easy. Man, that was hard. That was a really quick game, so I guess we're just gonna keep going to our next game in search of our first victory. At least now you guys probably have a feel for the deck, how it works. I know in that game just now I wasn't really defending anything, and I probably should, but I just didn't know how, guys. He had Witch, he had Baby Dragon, all of those splash stuff, and honestly for this game, we're rushing. We're going straight in, again, with Giant and Graveyard, disregarding whatever the opponent has. And we have a Bomber to settle those Barbarians. So alright, so he's playing a Mega Knight Barbarian deck. And it's gonna be quite tough, honestly, to defend against this. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna bring Spear Goblins to the side just so that Mega Knight doesn't come and hit our tower, but we miscalculated that quite a lot. And even though we played bats, he arrowed the Spear Goblins, but it hit the bats, and this is just gonna be messy from here on out. So now we've just got to defend really well and see how things go. So we're gonna kite everything over with our giant, except the wizard, which is just gonna ignore the giant and start hitting our tower. Good job, wizard. So since that wizard has taken down our tower, we don't really have a way to break through. I'm not giving up. He has arrows, but I think I should play bats for this. But he's not playing his arrows, so I guess I'm just gonna tank damage. Nope, we're gonna go bats. So I'm thinking, like, what push is actually gonna work with our graveyard? Here's Baby Dragon as well. Okay, that's great. I don't think we can do it. I mean, I believe we can do it, but it's gonna be so tough. And I missed the kite on the Baby Dragon with my Giant. This is just not looking too great. I guess we could just say that Baby Dragon really counters this deck. Yeah, Baby Dragon really counters this deck. Baby Dragon, Valkyrie, Wizard. There's not much we can do against this guy, honestly. And he has Royal Giant too, which is a card that he didn't even need to play until now. We're gonna go in again with Giant and Graveyard, see how much damage that does. He has Barbarians, which counter everything, counter the Giant, counter the Graveyard. We're gonna slow everything down, but I don't think it will be enough, and that's the game, guys. That's the game. Alright guys, here we are, final game, searching for the victory. We are gonna make it happen. Final game, let's go. Against Killer Rays, we have to get a win, at least like one win against all the enemy players playing Giant. I mean, not playing Giant Graveyard, because that's me, I'm playing Giant Graveyard. Against everyone who wants to counter Giant Graveyard, this is gonna be the game. They're gonna make it happen. I'm speaking it into existence, and here we go. We are against Killer Rays from Dudes Reunited. He's playing a deck with the Inferno Tower that counters my Giant, with the Electro Wizard, with the Goblin Gang, but I still believe that this could be the best matchup we have, and a good game. He's actually playing Lumberjack Balloon, which is really interesting. So what we're going to try to do is to snowball that balloon away, get the bats to do enough damage, and, well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? That was a good defense. That was a good defense. And we can go in with Giant Graveyard again, but I'm trying to think, how do we defend the Giant against the Inferno Tower? I didn't think of a good way, so I decided that, you know what, hey, let's just go for it. And now we're gonna have arrows for that whole Goblin Gang, and we miss a couple of arrows on the Goblin Gang, and ultimately don't get too much damage on his tower. We spent 10 elixir, we actually spent 13 elixir, and he spent 8. So he's up 5 elixir right now. He could do anything. He's up 5. He should be full right now, but he's not doing anything. So maybe I miscalculated, and he suffered much more because of that balloon push. So let's see what he does now. He's probably gonna predict lock somewhere. So I'm gonna, yeah, there we go with his prediction lock. We knew it was coming, boy. And then now we're just gonna arrow that Firecracker away. Fantastic. No more Firecracker. All of those Spear Goblins are gonna get some good chip damage. Nope, he's gonna play Electro Wizard, but doesn't matter. We're gonna go in with our Bomber. Now our Giant. And now Bats. Okay, what are these Bats gonna do? They're gonna be predicting the Inferno Tower that appears. And now that Bomber is gonna decently clean up. The Bomber actually cleans up the whole of that Goblin Gang. We have a decently sized Giant, still kind of healthy. Graveyard finally takes that tower. Here we go. This is our game to win, guys. Right, he's gonna try like this huge Lumberjack balloon push on our right lane, surely. Yup, there we go. I mean, they're also predictable, guys. They all do the same thing. We're just gonna arrow that, snowball that, and honestly, this is it, guys. This is the victory. We finally got it. Lumberjack and Graveyard cycle. Let's go. That was a great game. Against Killer Rays, we're gonna give him a thumbs up in the form of a rabbit hog eating a carrot, and that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you liked the video. Take care and bye.